Oi, mate. Troy here. We're outside today. We're filming a video with Beep the Miata. I would like y'all to appreciate, first and foremost, its dirty aesthetic. We call that the West Texas patina. This right here, that's sun damage, all right? But what I like to call it, character. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Looks like an ashy person. All right, we're going to take it around back real quick. You see that dual exhaust? You know, for an inline four, it's a pretty loud little bitch. All right, then we're going to make our way around the corner. You might notice that this doesn't have a doorknob. All right, don't be fooled. That's by design. All right? Whenever I want to, I say I'm going to go pick someone up, and I pull up, and I realize I don't want to hang out with them, I tell them to hop in, and they can't, so then I just drive off, and I act like it was their fault and not mine, I didn't break it or anything. Then we come over here, and you'll notice that at one point, I don't know when or where, but my window broke. So it's got a little cock on it. You see that white cock? Yeah. Not the only white cock on this car. Anyway, we're going to make our way around the front. You look at that. One thing you got to notice about Miatas is they have a fish face. This is a fish face driving car. You know what I'm saying? All right, we got a air freshener. There we go. We're going to hop inside. We're going to throw the camera back to the side. All right, come over here. All right. You sit down in the Miata. She was a convertible the whole time. You didn't know it. You were fooled. You were deceived. Oh, Nelly. Ay. Oh, yeah, boy. Now we're cooking with peanut oil. One fun thing, too, is the windows right here in the middle. Okay. First and foremost, let's talk about where Beep gets his name, all right? We'll start right here at the steering wheel. We can credit my friend Gunner from high school for anointing the name Beep pretty appropriately, this is my second Miata now. My first one was named May, May the Miata. May for mayonnaise. You know what I'm saying? All right, well, moving forward. We already got the top off, so that's probably the first thing you notice. We got a convertible here. I'll tell you what, I love driving this thing. However, you do got to be wary. You got to be cautious of what conditions you drive this bad bitch in because, you might flood the engine when it's raining and you live in Lubbock and it's flatter than the bitch. Never done that before, Never have I ever driven in a puddle too deep and submarined my car. What idiot would do that? Never forget. Anyway, you really do got to be mindful of the conditions you drive this car in. Yeah, so you can't drive this thing when it's too cold outside, when it's too rainy outside, when it's snowed outside. You probably even shouldn't drive it when it's too windy because you get thrown around like a little bitch. Anyway, let's come over here and focus. Turn this puppy on. All right, we'll go ahead and start by turning this puppy on. Yeah. You like the way that sounds? Yeah, so do I. Anyway, let's go over here to the shifty shift. We got a 6-speed, all right? Nothing unusual about it. Probably the most confusing thing you will discover is how to put this puppy in reverse. You got to depress it and then move it to the left. It looks a lot like first gear. Sometimes I get really traumatized because I have been known to put it in reverse or first without knowing which one it actually is until I start accelerating. So it's kind of a tragic flaw of mine. Then we got the parking brake. This guy, right? This guy that gets me in trouble all the time. And I'll tell you why he gets me in trouble. I think I'm all Tokyo Drift. Call me Paul Walker. Kind of the same result of Paul Walker, the whole charade that was. I try to kill myself when I use this thing. One time I was driving on our loop, and I pulled that puppy when the traffic had completely stopped in the middle of the road at 5 o'clock. I pulled that thing, and I ended up going fucking perpendicular on the road. Everybody's facing this way, but I was facing that way. What a unique situation. You know what I'm saying? Over here, we got a little glove box. We got a bunch of shit in it because, nothing, no reason why. But over here is the gas tank thingy. Right, we pull that guy, opens our little gas tank thingy right there. He's on the left side. How very American. I appreciate the Japanese for doing that. Over here we got our camera bag, our mask, because we got to wear a mask at work now. We got a little Dasani bottle right there. We got a little lotion. Don't ask why. JK, I have eczema. You know, I gotta use lotion all the time. That's to my eyeglasses guy. That's a card for my eyeglasses guy. He's a really good dude. We got coins right there, a little pump needle. Let's show y'all this. This is my beer bottle, but actually what I was going to show you is putting the top back on. The reason we have it off to begin this video is because I'm 6'1", and this car does not have the appropriate space for someone of that size. Okay, so if you observe, I'll stick the camera out the window real quick and show you. Hold on, let's put that guy right there. Okay, I'm sitting in my car, but right now I'm at a hunch, right? So if I sit up straight in the seat, this is me, you know? So I have to slouch, you know? So if I can drive with the top off, that's as awesome, you know? That's as convenient as it gets. But if we come over here, we come down here and we face the window, we want to roll up the windows, we got to do this. Right, they're in the middle, they're not on the sides. Not on the sides. That scares people sometimes. You know, sometimes there's an emergency in which the passenger's like, I can't find the window. I need to throw up. And don't ask why they need to throw up. I'm a great driver. No one needs to throw up because I drive bad. No one has ever told me to, like, drop them off. And, you know, I'm a great driver is what I'm saying. Cup holders. Couple things about the cup holders, they're really shallow, all right? God forbid you have a large cup because it is flying out, you know what I'm saying? Nothing stays right there. I've slung drinks across the wall. That's actually what this is. Rest in peace to whatever that. There's probably a sweet tea or a Coke. Rest in peace to that guy, though. Another thing is when you have a cup right here, observe this. I don't know if you can actually see it. Okay. When you're shifting, it makes it difficult because you normally your arm would be right here, right? But now you got to go above the bottom. And that's frustrating at times. You know, that sucks. Okay. We're going to step outside the car. If you observe that, I'll set the camera down and show you how difficult that is for me to get in and out of the car real quick. This is getting in. First and foremost, we got to pop a deadlift, you know. A little Romanian deadlift for you. We're going to come over here. We're going to sit down. You know, it's kind of a muscle memory thing. Yeah, and then we immediately start slouching, and then we put the, you know, we start going. But every now and then, if I forget how to drive my car, I forget how to get in my car as well. And so one of the things I'll do a lot is hit the steering wheel, or I'll hit my head. Hitting your head hurts, you know. That's how you can cuss yourself. I've already had plenty. But anyway, here's me getting out. You know, it's kind of a strenuous... Ow! Fuck! My hair. My hair just conducted some electricity right there. And I just shocked the ever-loving shit out of myself, I'll tell you what. Yeah, that hurt. It's kind of a workout getting in and out of my car. So, you know, I squat daily. So people ask what my squat routine is, how I get all this cake, you know. And truth be told, it's just getting in and out of this car. All right, well, if we make our way outside the vehicle, you'll notice that my tires are a little oversized. I am the third owner of this vehicle, all right? A huge Miata fan, so when I totaled my last one, I wanted to get another. Wanted to get a newer model, though. I drove a 96 with the pop-up lights, right? So we made sure we wanted to get a new one. We got one that had a little bit of work done to it, and for some reason, one of the things they did is put gigantic tires. You know, they barely fit in the tire well. So, yeah, you know, imagine hitting a little speed bump. You're already getting fucked in the ass by the shocks, but then you compound that with large tires. You're smacking that shit all over the place. They're a little bald too, so there's a reason I ended up sideways on our loop, because there's no traction on those puppies anyway. Here's our gas tank. We use premium in this bitch. I'm a little afraid to use anything else, but wait. Yeah, premium, yeah. That's why we use premium. Right, here we got the back of the Miata. We actually have a dash cam. I forgot to show y'all that. I don't have a card for it, though. This is my license plate. Editor blur. Blur this editor. Unless you want to know my license plate, then maybe he won't do that. Here's how you get in the trunk. There's no reason to show you what's in there. Not any dead bodies or anything. Everything's normal. You know what I'm saying? All right. Anyway, it's a dual exhaust. They make for a really loud ambient noise. Let me go ahead and show you that. have the keys. I figured I might as well go ahead and keep them. We got a little switchblade action. Usually it pops out with more force. You know, I like to stab a bitch. We'll go ahead and show you the trunk. You know, why might as well, why not? Okay. Yeah, it's just a bunch of basketball stuff. We have a bunch of old parts that used to go in the car. But, you know, like I said, it's been modified a lot. So the previous owner just allowed us to keep those. They left them in the car for us too, in case we ever need to put them back on when you total your car and a puddle too big and the insurance company needs to come out there and make sure you haven't done anything illegally to your car. It's actually a cover for the car, and we think the cover is actually what's responsible for why the clear coat on the car faded. It covers the whole car, you know, and yeah, it has a huge amount of friction that cover does, and we're losing the clear coat on the top, and we're losing it right here. Every now and then, one time you might see dog scratches. I had the top off of my car, and my dog jumped out the back of the car. He's a crazy little guy, so there's the occasional scratch where I tried to save my dog from flying out. Now we're gonna make our way to the passenger side. One thing that's frustrating about the passenger side, it kind of doesn't level up right there. It doesn't match up. A little loosey goosey right there. You know, that should be seamless. You know, that should be blah, blah, blah. But it's not. I'm pretty sure I've hit something, because, why wouldn't it be me? Because I hit a lot of things on accident. But we come over here to the passenger door handle. Sometimes I don't know my own strength. When you're as thick and muscular as I am, sometimes you break shit, or you destroy. We'll make our way around to the front, where I want to make one quick point, maybe two. I always thought Miatas look like fishes. They look kind of cute to me, Tell me that doesn't look like catfish eyes. And then a little mouth. I guess it looks like an axolotl, not a catfish, But that's technically a fish, right? Because they're in water. Who knows? Anyway, we'll come down here. I have some fenders down there. I don't know if you can see them. I've actually knocked one of those off completely before because I hit something. Oh, what's new though? I hit a lot of things. Notice that there's a mount right here. This mount's there because the engine has a tendency to shake in most Miatas. So this is actually an aftermarket mount that the previous owner installed on the car for us because it, shakes too much. One quick anecdote about all of it to wrap all things up. Miata's kind of have a terrible build quality. They're durable cars, but the details. There's things that get lost in the details. They fall apart a lot. Like the clear coat coming off, that shouldn't be a problem. Not for 2011 or 2011, 2012. I can't remember exactly what year. But right here, the windowsill, that happened on my old one a lot too. Even the door panel on my old Miata actually fell off. So there's a couple of things that suck about this car. Like for example, right here where it latches the roof. I wish you could see it, but there's bolts that secure it there, and we had to put lock washers on there to make it stay because they kept falling out. And that's what it's like driving beat the Miata, y'all. All right, Troy out. What are you looking at? I don't like it. Don't do that. I'm uncomfortable.